Okay, I'm calling to order a meeting of the Economic Development Commission, Woodstock, December 5th, 2024 at 6:30. Our agenda is after citizen comments to discuss new business, which is the granting or to review and granting of a ADU incentive to build a new accessory dwelling unit. Are there any citizen comments? Hearing none. We move to our item of business. We have the application from Lee Garsh and the summary that Trina presented. Trina or Jill, do you want to share any information?
So I just want to say thank you for your time today and calling the meeting with just a very short agenda. So I'll just quickly go over the review. So Lee Garsh originally had applied to the rental incentive program, and we approved him for this. And this was before a placemate. Upon inspection from the fire safety, he's been asked to do a lot more work to his place to make it rent ready. So since that time, he had withdrawn from the rental incentive and heard about the ADU program and has applied for this. During this time that this work needs to happen, no one's living on the property. He does meet all the requirements as far as eligibility. It's a local worker who works in Woodstock. She has yet to move in. 1-bedroom unit. The main thing that the state found that they wanted to be repaired at the back decks need to be replaced, and some other things regarding, on the safety inspection that I had included with the submittal. So we are here today to request an approval of funds for this application. The EDC Housing Working Group has already approved it in their review in our meeting on November 21st. Do you have any questions?
Any questions?
Yeah. Well, I'm just curious. I mean, I think this is great. I'm sure I'm going to vote for it. Why is this not part of it? We're not supposed to have another meeting.
Okay, it's because sorry for the confusion. So I didn't anticipate that this would happen in the short period of time in which we're not. The select board did not ask us to not meet. They asked us to not grant any new funds. Oh. This request from the housing group is not require a grant of any new funds. The program is already funded. There are funds available for it. It didn't occur to me that in the 2 months, we're only skipping like 2 meetings. So I didn't think that we would have anything to come up. So, and I actually explained that in the listserv today, that we're going to continue to manage our already funded programs. If the EDC needs to meet to manage those, then we will have another meeting. But anyway, that's why we're doing. Any other questions? No.
Hey guys, I'm here. Sorry, I'm late.
Okay, is that Michael? Oh, MG, yes. Okay, thanks, Michael. And Todd is available to vote if we don't have a quorum, but we have 6, so that's fine. All right. If any other questions? Okay, if that's the case, then
motion to approve or motion, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, I guess we make a motion. Yes, there's a motion to approve the application. Is there any further discussion? Oh, sorry, is there a second? Joe is seconding. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? No, okay, passes. I think I mentioned in my email that although in the past, since it doesn't involve any funding, we have simply gone ahead with the EDC's approval. I mentioned because the select board is always thinking about the role of different boards and commissions around this time. I asked them if they wanted us to bring this before them, and they said that they would like that. And so they're meeting on December 17th. It's already on the agenda. So Trina or Jill, if one of you could be available for that select board meeting.
Yeah, we'll be there.
The language that they used did not necessarily suggest that they wanted to approve it as much as be made aware of it, but I don't want to treat their request with the respect that it deserves.
So if they don't approve it, there'll be $10,000 more left in the kitty.
The kitty, it depends what you mean by the kitty. The funds, the unencumbered kitty doesn't change. There are $10,000 that are encumbered, and to be honest, not approving this doesn't unencumber them.
Oh, it doesn't.
No, I suppose they could unencumber them. But we voted and we recommended and they voted for the encumbrance.
Yeah.
So I don't think they can unencumber it without explicitly saying that.
Mhm.
So by the way, I'm not trying, I think they just want to be kept informed. I really do think
Mhm.
that, so.
That's
But
fine.
anyway.
We'll be there.
Yeah, so and it doesn't take, it's 2 weeks from now, so.
Yeah.
So that's great. So 7 ADUs, 14 units. And by the way, that one of the things that we'll talk about once we get further direction from the select board is, and this is important, I think, that the EDC's, how we've gotten to a kind of a vernacular or a way of talking about the EDC's housing program, where some people have said, well, the programs haven't been successful. And
I've been told that on several.
well, and I think I've probably maybe even said it, that they haven't been as successful as we would like,
But my
whatever.
response has been, that doesn't diminish the need.
No, correct, but I think that actually the facts will show over time that the program is successful, it's just not scalable. Because what we're gonna see that the average cost per new unit that we've created is much lower than what the average cost per unit is going to be when the town and the EDC and the select board start to or continue to allocate resources towards housing. These were the lowest, we're creating units of housing at somewhere between $15,000 and $30,000 per unit of subsidy, depending on how you count. It's less than 15,000 if you count the rental units. It's twice that if you count it's 26,000 if you count just the ADUs.
And the other thing that we should add into that conversation is that I made the statement a few months ago that the programs were not really working, and that's why we wanted to increase the incentives for lease to locals. Since that time, we have many inquiries for lease to locals. So
Right.
this may not be the last thing that we need to take to the select board.
Agreed. And my point is that housing doesn't get created without a subsidy. The programs that we created had low subsidies. We've already seen in one case, lease to locals, that the subsidy is felt to be insufficient, and so we've raised it. But instead of saying that the programs are not successful, I think the more accurate statement is they have been successful in sweeping up the lowest cost opportunities to create new units of housing. There might only be 15 or 20 or 25 of those. We need 150 units of housing. We're not going to get that for $13,000 a unit. The programs are going to need to pay more for that, whether they're the programs we have now or other kinds of programs. They're not going to cost $13,000 a unit. So we did the first step, which is to do the low hanging fruit. The next steps are going to be harder. And again, whether we pay more for lease to locals or we pay more for ADUs or whatever it is, that's where I think it's going to be headed. We can't say that for sure, but just in terms of the vocabulary we use, I at least will kind of stress that the problem with the programs we have now is that they may not be scalable. It's not that they're not working. Anyway, for what it's worth. Okay, any other business before us? Scott, you have taken the time as a non-EDC member to join us, so we should at least ask you if you would like to make a speech or tell us about your day.
How are you feeling?
Doing excellent out here. Our house construction in Woodstock is proceeding. I'm back though in the Bay Area right now, where we had a tsunami warning today. So that's not something I anticipate having in Woodstock. But no,
It's a high of 8 degrees tomorrow, Scott. So
all right.
in the
Well,
morning.
we'll be
so-
there on Saturday or late night Saturday into Sunday. So and they'll be up for next week.
We
But,
got our own
no,
things.
just checking in, obviously, just like I said earlier, just trying to learn more about the town and things going on in it. So happy, even if it's a short meeting, just happy to participate.
All right, good. Well,
Thanks for
thank you joining us.
participating.
Okay.
Yeah.
if there's no
Motion to
other-
adjourn.
You made a motion, is there a second?
Second that.
All in
Yes.
favor? Aye. Any
Okay.
opposed?
Aye.
Thanks,
We're
everyone.
adjourned.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, John.